Hey guys, here game 2, trying our Source Geist against NEH, seeing if it actually helps in this matchup, if you can find it. It was pretty unrolling in the other matchups, but Criminal needs something to not just watch the Astros go out the door, so we'll see if this can do anything whatsoever. This hand is semi-tempting because of the apartments, but we have no connections, and the levy's completely dead, I think. Dyson's a little pricey. This was like a sports hopper. I'd feel better about it, but it's not out yet, so we're stuck playing Dyson for the time being. Let's mull this one. Yeah, this is decent. We actually have breakers, which is something you don't always have. You would think that playing like 3 of each disposable breaker and a permanent breaker of each type would be actually, and a fairy on top of that would be enough to see breakers regularly, but it doesn't always happen. So if we had barrier, I would definitely siphon here, but I think we probably can't. Let's see if we get a trigger here. Oh, there's a crowbar, so a second way to get code gate. But the medium's pretty good, and if we bin the medium, we don't get it back till post levy. So this is already a really tough choice. These are all cards we want. Probably have to take medium, but we can't pressure necessarily unless we know what's actually on the R&D. This could be a sand. It's gonna suck if we spend a bunch to get in there and it's just a sand. How good is this Crescentis really? I guess we draw off of it, which is worth something. I don't know if it's good enough. And we're in danger of running out of breaker power. Oh man, code gate again. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, the cards are not coming out in the right order for us. Like, if we weren't under such pressure, we could get the Forger, but I really hate to throw the medium out. This is where if you had the clone chip, you got some backup space. I don't know if we can find the clone chip room with the apartment still in here. I guess we could cut the source and the critic for the clone chip. We'll still think about this. I kind of want to pop it ASAP, because if when you pop, you get a card from Geist. But we'll delay a little longer and see if we can make an informed choice about which of these 3 cards is the one we need. Well, luckily, this was not an Astro, because that early Astro push is a big problem for us most of the time. Sometimes we'll just have the breakers and go in. Room's starting to fill up. Same guy's watching twice. He really wants to see everything. All right, double ice on HQ, so our siphon plan is a bit delayed. He's taking the underworld makes you want to take the Forger, and then we have space to build our breakers up. Tech trader. Man, I'm really kind of want Forger. We're gonna have too many cards if we take Forger this turn. I don't know. This Underworld Contact, I'm really not sure about even playing it. I just want to draw as many cards as possible quickly to find a barrier breaker so we can actually siphon. Maybe this is Sand. She can defend siphon by rezzing her stuff. And he's just pretty good with defending siphon most of the time. Ooh. Could see some pads, could see some DBS. A lot of options. So this medium is so good, we don't have the engine to really exploit it. I think we're going to go for the remote lock play. Yeah. So let's take the forger here. There's our spike. All right, now we can spike. Now we can siphon this turn against 10 money. The problem is these can be rezzed and give her money back. So we're almost like a turn behind on it. With Forger though, we can just build up a lot of breakers and we can at least de-res like crazy. Okay, this is decent. Gotta try to find a window here where, okay, pad. I think we'll host Street Peddler and run Siphon next turn. Alicia we broke. So we could even levy early this game just to draw 5 and get our medium back. But it's hard to race in accesses when there's, I think she has got 2 fast track in there, at least 1. And there's CVS, so like she's more prepared to beat medium. Just getting it out of the way, sure, it's a point. Still on $9. New Angeles, Dyson, Siphon. The Dyson's probably not that exciting. The New Angeles is a little better, I think. We Siphon, we're going to draw so many cards. Let's get our breaker power up. I don't know if it's going to be a little engine or not. It's a concern, I think. So we can Siphon, same old Siphon next turn. We can use the New Angeles to avoid the tags if we have enough money to do so, which saves us 2 clicks per time, which is making the Siphon a lot better. Yeah, the first game is a slaughter. Astro. This one's seeming a little more like an awkward draw. I don't know, trashing the medium may come back to haunt us, but the Forger lets us build our board up and have Underworld Contact strip. It's more of a long-term engine-focused play. Kind of scrabbling for accesses, where I think we'd probably hit a random CVS or she'd purge and then we'd have not much recourse. A lot of this ice is probably not that scary. I'm just hesitant to like siphon like a little engine and whiff it. Little engine is 7 strength, right? So we need 1 more breaker to get up there, or we need to pay a ton of the passport. $7. We're not lucky to have $7 in the near future. We'll be on 4. Okay, let's draw off Peddler if we get our New Angeles City Hall. Nice, that'll actually help us. We can host this. Now we can Siphon. Little engine still stops us. Well, we have the option of popping both Fall Guys to make $6. and then we can be on 8 and break and derez. Well, we could derez if we don't want the $5. We have to decide at that point. Here's the part where Geist can maybe start rolling, because once you're actually interacting with ice, breaking ice, you're making your money. You're drawing a lot more cards. What do we got? The lowly quandary. So we could pop our crowbar. Right. We pop the crowbar, we make a bit of money. I think you want to access here. Do we? No, we still make profit. Use this crowbar. Got one more crowbar in the deck. I think we break with the passport. We pop this for 3. Because we need to have $4 to be able to avoid the tags. So I think we will siphon for 6. We're only netting 2. But she's on 0, which is pretty good for us. We can kill the Sansan. Or the pad. It's more important to kill. Probably the Sansan. Don't be a pop-up, please. And I guess we can host this. Okay, here's the source. We might get to see it in action this game. I could have just used this on the quandary. That seems not good, right? It's better on almost anything else. Yeah, I think we'll save it. We can get something at least that costs 2. It's not very good in this matchup in general because of how cheap most of the ice are, but we'll try to use something that costs 2 or more. So the agendas can be rescued now. She's probably not scoring for a little while. We have same old siphon lined up at any stage. Playing drive-by, I forget. No, just the legwork. Okay. I want to kill that pad, but I think I want to keep the fall guy around. Guess we'll hit R&D. We'll lose our city hall if we steal an agenda, but that's probably fine. Nice. Yeah, very much worth it. Do we want to keep this out? Probably not. I don't think we're going to get value siphons this game at all. I think it's going to be more like she'll be so poor already, she'll show him some Sansan out. Should I gain 4 in case of NAPD? I kind of want to protect the source, with the Fall Guy. So maybe we'll not do that part. Jackson Howard, leave that there. She probably can't score next turn. We'll just keep looking for something else that helps us. Fill our last thing with Crescentis. I don't know if she's going to res any ice. Like, any ice. So maybe we'll just credit up and take it slow. Maybe we should check the archives. There's 3 cards there. Yeah. If we hit Exploda. Yeah, that's... I think there's arguments for going both ways. Yeah, now we're both broke as opposed to both having money. So why is my window cut off a little bit? Is that better? No? Well, I guess that fixed it. Okay. Full screen just being a little wonky. So we can go with the same old siphon route. I think I want it just for the card and for $2 and to keep her broke. So we draw our levy. Hopefully she was hoping I didn't have siphon. Well, she knew I had on the table. Yeah, okay, she's far on the table. Fair enough. This is going to be a no-res. It's going to be a crunchy value siphon. Pop-up window. Okay, yeah, we'll break it. I mean, she'll have $1, right? That's decent. But yeah, this one's going in for... Unless any of these can be res. There's like a DBS here. Or even under Sansan. It's time to res it up. It is under Sansan. Okay. This is still a good outcome. So we will just access here. See wrap around. And now we're fortunately too poor to trash this Sansan. We could trigger our Fall Guy. Only 17 in our left. We're going to draw our Fall Guy pretty soon. I'm going to trigger it, I think. Tech Trader, sure. Alright, Triple Tech Trader is now online. You got another Siphon. Definitely want to levy this game. This is going to be a levy game. I'm thinking we're probably don't use the Mongoose. We've got enough Sentry Breakers on the board. This pop-up is actually kind of compromising for her in that we can run it on purpose to give her $1 and then we can siphon it away from her to get $2 ourselves. So we'll see if this placement ends up biting her or not. It did give her the money to res that Sansan, as opposed to letting us have full siphon. I think with the source, I don't want to put it out too early because it's going to get trashed when we steal, and we're probably going to steal off R&D in the next couple turns. The legwork could also steal if she didn't throw all her agendas out. Need to eventually check archives. I'm trying to play my hand out instead of discarding too many cards that I want. So this could be a wraparound, which doesn't stop us. Well, let's run archive, see if we can Explodapalooza. Then we can siphon her. She'll have money. So she'll probably have to shuffle the Explodapalooza in here. leaving 3 face downs. Maybe they're not agendas. Oh, Explodapalooza. All right. I will take that. And she will probably gain 5. Interesting. I don't know if that's right. I know she wants money, but can she stop the siphon? Ah, Archangel. Okay. Now there's something worth de-resing. Do we siphon here or do we access? There's probably not much in her hand if she sent away an agenda already and left the exploder for us. If we had to remove both tags, oh okay, she's gonna make it easy for us by dumping her money into DBS. Fair. So we will definitely access now. Fast track. Pretty decent siphon defense here. Do we kill the pad? Or do we kill the DBS? I want to kill something. If we kill the DBS, she won't be able to bottom agendas to start piling up for our legwork. Might be a little better. The legwork can be a good finisher later on once we kept it from scoring for a long time. One Jackson's been used. She has another one in hand, so it's not like happening in the near future. Wish we had more underworld contacts now, because I didn't think the game would go long, but when it does... Yeah, I agree with that. As NEH, like, you can get out of some pickles with scraping up a few dollars, biotic out your Astro. So this Archangel is kind of a interesting setup, because if we keep derezzing it, it's $4 at a time, but also she can dump her money and not give it to us from the siphon. So 5 credits now, but if we run, it gets to do that. Maybe just hang out this turn. Kind of going for the control type lock. On 6 credits, she can't score unless she also has the shipment and the biotic together. So what does she have for resource? She still has the Jackson in hand, so she can power draw if her hand is not good and reset it. Don't know what this ice is. If it's like pop-ups, that's pretty good for her. If it's something else, maybe not so good. Little engine costs us net of 3 to go through. We need to have all the money up front, which is difficult. I feel like if you're Geist and you're in a bad spot, you lose really quickly against NEH, and if you win really slowly. Because our multi-axis is not strong. It would have been a whole different game had our peddler and had our peddler not hit the medium so early and we'd drawn out later. Or had no other good cards on the peddler. But I think this forger play was good, because we need to have the breaker power to go through this Archangel easily. And it keeps it from making any remote plays when we have this much breaker power. She's kind of getting paralyzed, and then we can do stuff slowly. Is she going to Biotic out an Astro here? Where are you Biotic out a Beal? Yeah, she has a Biotic and the shipment from Sansan. It's a BL, yeah, okay. I think that's good. I mean, it dumps her money, so I can't have it. Gets her points on the board. And we know she has the Jackson to reset those cards back into her deck. So you almost want to kill that Jackson now, as well as maybe getting something off of her HQ. We could legwork this turn, but you can't res the Archangel. Could take a shot at R&D as well. I don't mind that. Probably a wraparound somewhere, unless she just ditched it when she saw the spike. Let's get lucky. Tinda's probably went back earlier. Resistor, okay. That's pretty good for her. I want to click up and legwork. So it'll be, but there could be an APD in her hand, and I don't want to not be able to steal it. I think I'm going to derez that Quandary. It seems silly, but I think it's actually pretty fun. Now we have our tech traders out. Oh wait, am I $1 short? Ha. Well, that's a fail. For I need to spend this, I'm going to get money after three bucks from this, but not till after. Yeah, that's silly. Let's not do that. Where'd that work go? We'll just do that next turn. What's the rest of our deck? There's like another Fall Guy, another Peddler. Some pretty good stuff in there. So hosting these might be good times now. Third Underworld Contact's pretty good. Your strategy of just not resing any barriers or sentries is actually pretty good against Geist. If you can just let the breakers be on the table and not do anything, there's no way for us to use them, which is kind of tragic. Still, I think this source is going to lock her out of the game, even without medium. So there's no way she can like double biotic anything at this stage. So Archangel's gone. Something maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe it's a resistor. That lets us draw off of it. So I don't know if that's good or not. $2 can't give much else we care about. We can put Film Crit to avoid letting her get Exploda. That's maybe okay. Then we can take an AP as well with no money. Yeah, I don't know if that's really... I don't know if that's very good. I'm happy to use the spike to get $3 in a card. Yeah. So now I'm going to actually, I think, de-res the, just for the draw on the card. Or sorry, the draw on the money. I mean, the Archangel's kind of like a money dump more than an effective thing in itself. We had too many breakers for it to be doing its effect. Come on, good legwork. Toll Booth, Fast Track, Jackson Howard. No, I'm happy to get rid of that because that's going to strand the Biotic and the Shipment in the bin where we want them. So that's good for us. 4 credits next turn. That doesn't score anything, so this don't need to put this source out. Okay, now I feel like we can just run through this repeatedly and use up our spikes for profit. Yeah, I mean, that gets it away from us, but it doesn't help her score at all. She still needs 2 more agendas. She's just afraid of us taking it, which does put us closer to victory. 2 creds. 3 creds after this, 2 creds after the quandary, so not really a lot of value there. We could run just for a single. But we know 2 of our cards are not that good. Alright, let's just go RED. There's definitely points in there. Could do one hiding in the archives. I think it's because the turn ended before I picked not to avoid. I got confused about that. Gutenberg. Yeah, well, that's a good chance to use a breaker. At this point, her Rising Ice almost helps us. Turnpike. Well, let's cycle through. Fall guy, same old thing. Crowbar seems good. Yeah, like this late game engine is super gross. We're going to draw the last card of our deck, fire the levy off, and then the second pass is going to be crazy. She might need the crowbar. This could be a push behind a code gate because this is central only. So we do have to go check this out. Yeah, that's a good play, I think. I think you gotta risk it. Though I guess you could count the cards in my archive. See, there's only 2 crowbars. This might be a Sansan, which we can trash. If this is an agenda, we'll be pretty far ahead. On 2 credits, probably not much of anything. Yeah, it's a Sansan. Makes sense. We crack levy right now, or we put the breach down in case we need it. I think we've... Well, there's actually no value putting this on the apartment anymore because our deck is empty. So do you want to same old deck work? We might as well, right? We know there's Gutenberg, or we know there's Turnpike in there. I think we know what most of the stuff is, so it's not that exciting. Let's... So if we don't play the breach, can we get screwed later by like multiple wraparounds? Not really. I think we'll be fine to just fire this. Cool. Yeah, this second pass is just full of gas. We're gonna dig for medium and then just rampage on the R&D. All these people crammed in this little apartment. It's kind of funny that I can host any number of connections, like literally any number of connections. You could build a giant deck with all your connections in the game, just pile it in there. I think thematically it should have a limit on it, but oh well, not complaining. Two cards, 1 medium. Trying to think of any way that she can get out of this, or if it's just a matter of winning slow versus fast. She must have a second biotic and maybe more shipments, so I guess if she gets $5 together, she can biotic another agenda, and no, not even past the source. I think the source is a hard block, especially if we trash every Sansan. She actually has a window with this quandary because we can't go through it again. I wonder if she'll try to push behind the quandary and just hope we can't find a crowbar in time. But she almost has to advance it. Like, she has to advance an Astro. Or like somehow biotic the next turn, but that's not reliable. Yeah, I think this is probably it. I'm gonna slam the probably a Beal and see if it sticks, right? This is the turn where I might not have a crowbar. Tough luck. We got a crowbar. What do we got? Astroscript pilot program. I will just host it, I think. I don't need to prevent or anything. How are we doing for cards? 5. Okay, we'll put a shiv down. We can run R&D soon. Now that that has gone south, she can try the exact same thing again. And now we're stuck trying to find another crowbar. So there'd be 2 in the 20. So we're not playing clone chip. That's not an out for us. Let's see if we can find a medium. Let's just crack one of these. We've got an extra copy. Can't find a medium. Well, we'll go R&D and see if we pick an agenda. Or pick the medium off our extra draws. Yeah, these guys are best friends. A dangerous game, but well worth playing. Wrap, so yeah, we got plenty of breakers. This is drawing us and getting us money. I'm sure you're gonna have a corroder in the deck because the breach is like exploitable, right? If they can wear through our spikes, then we just can't deal with a bunch of barriers on a remote. So if this source ends up not being good, then I think it's pretty easy to just play a breach, or say just play a corroder instead of breach instead. And then it'll be okay. Show us an agenda. There's actually a lot in the R&D, unless they're in your hand. Jackson Howard, goodbye. Well, we need to find another copy of Crowbar. Man. We need to just really try to find one. Okay, this is good. Okay, we're gonna do Peddler for Peddler. There it is. I don't think it really matters now. We'll play the breach out. Don't think we'll need the Dyson. So maybe she'll try to play with the Crowbar and we can slam Crowbar and break the remote. Otherwise, we'll just keep looking for that medium. Or taking pot shots at R&D. We have a second Crowbar hanging out here too, so we've got a lot of options. think this probably would go faster in physical Netrunner. So even though this game is going for like 45 minutes, I think it would go a bit quicker in real time. Sora is still pretty new to Octagon, so or new to Jackie.net, so the interface is a bit slow to go through. Could be a second quantity or a little engine even would be good. This could also be a nice bluff. Like maybe this is another Sand because we've only seen 3 Sand are in the bin. 3 Jacksons are gone. This could still be any card, right? Well, I think we bite anyway. I think she has to try this kind of play, so it's really a good out. Yeah, toll booth for sure. It's gotta be the agenda, right? Oh, it's product placement. That's great. Guess you should have siphoned first. Got me good. All right, well, we'll clean up this this pad campaign. I should have done this earlier, actually. That's funny. Where's our legwork? Not drawn yet. All right, well, we got a whole bunch of cards. I think we just try R&D again. Unless you think HQ is better. Does it matter which one we use? Not really. Or we could just trace. Yeah, let's trace, because I want to keep my breakers up for breaking this toll booth again. Well, actually, we're not doing that. All our crowbars are in the bin. There's the Beal. Cool. Well, she's got a turn, but there's no way she can score 3 points in 1 turn with what she has, so yeah, that'll be it. Well, I think this was a good effort. Like the double code gate stacking, we messed up by not just siphoning first to keep that down. Yeah. And then we get to add this to our square area. Whew. So you can see there's definitely weakness in the breaker suite where they can tax you on the remote if you're not too careful about it. You've got 3 breaks per go through the deck when there's no clone chip. When you had clone chip, it was an extra use of whichever breaker you really needed to have out, so it was more resilient. But thanks for watching, guys.